unceded homelands of the sovereign Cossack Abenaki people, we gather in humble respect and abundant gratitude that we may celebrate this precious living world together. We offer respect to the elders, both past and present, and for the compassion with which they held the earth and everything upon it. In this same spirit, we will revere, respect, and protect these lands and waters for as long as we live upon them. Good morning. My name is Tom Shurston, and my pronouns are he and him, and I am your worship associate this morning. And on behalf of the entire worship team, I am delighted to welcome all of you, those of you here in the sanctuary and those of you on the live stream. Thank you for joining us in this time of worship. We deeply appreciate your presence and fellowship as part of our beloved Unitarian Church of Montpelier. For 162 years, this Unitarian Universalist congregation has been a sanctuary for those seeking spiritual sustenance as well as peace and justice in the world. Now, with the upheaval of today's chaotic world, the solace we share at UCM helps us to remain grounded in a peaceful spirit, to honor our commitments to justice with integrity. With you here today, we are continuing on this crucial course of connection. Please know that we have hearing assist devices available on the table at the rear of the sanctuary, and that the All Ages Soul Work Activity Cart, also at the rear of the sanctuary, offers ways to more actively respond to your worship experience. And please know that you can listen to and watch the service downstairs in the fireplace room should you desire to leave for any reason. If you have a personal concern, challenge, or loss, which calls for our love, support, and prayers as a spiritual community, we will have a member of our lay pastoral ministry team available here in the sanctuary after the service if you would like to share more deeply. This morning, our lay pastoral caregiver is Betty McKinnell. Thank you, Betty. It's always a pleasure to have newcomers and guests joining us for worship. If this is your first or second time joining us and you wish to do so, we invite you to stand or wave your hand so that we might offer you a special welcome. Thank you. We are glad you are here. Any who are newcomers to this congregation and worship services are encouraged to join us at coffee hour immediately following the service so that we can offer you a more personal welcome. Also, you are encouraged to fill out the welcome form so that we can connect with you outside of our service. Again, a warm welcome to each and every one of you. I invite you now to turn to your neighbors from your seats here in the sanctuary and offer one another your greetings. Thank you for sharing these warm feelings, these warm greetings. You are invited to continue your conversations after the service during coffee hour. Today, we welcome the vocal ensemble Many Waters, who formed because they love to sing together. They will be singing the prelude, the musical offering, and the postlude. We are also grateful to Lindsay Wade for playing the piano this morning. Thank you, Many Waters and Lindsay Wade. Let us now take a deep breath, make sure our cell phones are silenced, and enter more deeply into our time of worship with the prelude.
the fallen trees we see, sitting like we're losing everything, lost and without a place to go. Sing for myself, it's all I know. Born to a brand new century, sing for our sisters patiently. Born to a day that's just begun, sing for our mothers and our sons we are. Sing for the voices never heard. Sing for the lessons we've still not learned. Sing for the peace we've never won. Sing for the work that's still not done. And if on our darkest days we cry, sing till we put our fears aside. And if I feel myself begin to fall, sing for myself, it's all I know. Sing for myself, it's all I know.
Welcome, who come in friendship, who long for genuine community.
May you be graciously received here as your authentic self.
Welcome, who come in curiosity, full of questions, or simply open.
May you embrace wonder and encounter new delights.
Welcome, who come heavy with fatigue, weary from the troubles of the world, or the troubles of your particular life.
May you rest and be filled in this sacred space.
Welcome, who come with joy, for flowing rivers and gentle breeze, for changing skies and great trees.
May the grace of the world leave a lasting imprint in you.
Welcome, who come with thanks for the altruism of the earth and the gift of human care.
May your grateful heart overflow and bless those around you. Come, let us celebrate together this wondrous life. I invite you to rise in body or spirit and join in singing our opening hymn, number 128 in the gray hymnal, For All That Is Our Life.
And
Let us now light the chalice, symbol of our Unitarian Universalist faith. As I light the chalice, I invite you to light a chalice at home if you have one nearby. We light this flame, an enduring symbol of our collective commitment to lead with truth and compassion. Bound together by love within this safe and nurturing community, let us join now in saying our congregational covenant printed in the order of service. We covenant to speak honestly and listen deeply to each other and the voice within. Treat each other with compassion and honor our differences. Take responsibility for the impact of our words, actions, and inactions have on each other. Support each other in times of need and of grief, and celebrate the beauty and joy in our lives. Honor the gifts of the past and be gentle with each other as we grow. Encourage each other in the brave work of creating a more beloved and a healthy, sustainable world. And forgive each other and start again.
At this time, I'd like to invite forward any of our young ones who are in the pews or any of our young at heart to come up and join me on the chancel for a story. And the young ones can also come forward. Come on nice and close because I have a book to share with you and I want you to be able to see the pictures in this book. Hi, everyone. Good morning. Great to see you. Great to see you. And not to put him on the spot, but I wonder if there's another young one in the crowd who on this Mother's Day might want to come up and hear a story from his mother. No? Okay. All right. Well, good morning, everyone. It's great to see you. So I have a story to share with you, and I'm wondering if when you've been in a crowd of people, do you ever imagine what other people's lives are like? Like, let's say, I don't know, waiting at a bus stop or at the airport or anything like that? Do you ever just kind of look around and like start to make stories up about people? Who does that? I do. It's totally natural. And these might be great stories that you invent about people, but I wonder how much of them are true, right? We can sometimes start to make stories up about people we don't know, which may or may not be close to the truth. So the story I'm sharing with you today is about how we use our imaginations and how much more there might be to know. And this is a story called Milo Imagines the World by Matt de la Peña. Are any of you familiar with this story? Have you heard this one before? No? Okay, great. Well, I'm so happy to introduce it to you. So it goes like this. And if you can't see the pictures, you can come right up where you can see the pictures. There you go. What begins as a slow, distant glow grows and grows into a tired train that clatters down the tracks. A cool rush of wind quiets into a screech of steel, and when the doors slide open, Milo slips aboard. Milo lives in a place with big trains. We don't have a lot of those here. The train bucks back into motion as he and his sister squeeze onto bench seats. The whiskered man beside Milo has a face of concentration. A businessman has a blank, lonely face. The wedding-dressed woman near the far door has a face made out of light, while the dog peeking out of her handbag has no face at all, just a long, lolling tongue. These monthly Sunday subway rides are never ending, and as usual, Milo is a shook-up soda. Excitement stacked on top of worry, on top of confusion, on top of love. To keep himself from bursting, he studies the faces around him and makes pictures of their lives. Milo tugs his sister's sleeve and holds up his picture, but even when she turns to look, he can tell that she doesn't see. She's a shook-up soda, too. A boy in a suit boards the train with his dad. His hair is a perfect part, and there's not a single scuff on his bright white Nikes. Milo imagines the clop, clop, clop of the horse-drawn carriage that will carry him to his castle. Imagines the clink, clink, clink of the guards slowly lowering the drawbridge. Across the human-made moat, the boy is met by a butler, 2 maids, and a gourmet chef offering crust-free sandwich squares. Milo flips to a fresh page at a bustling midtown stop. When the wedding-dressed woman strides off the train, a band of street performers launches into "Here Comes the Bride," and everyone on the platform stops and cheers. Milo imagines the grand cathedral ceremony where the couple will be pronounced husband and wife. Imagines the groom whisking his new bride to an awaiting hot air balloon where the pilot loads them in with blankets and blasts the heat. And up, up they go hand in hand beyond the concrete walls of the city into the infinite blue. Milo holds up this picture too, but his sister shoos him away. "Can't you see I'm playing my game?" He watches her thumbs bang around her smudged screen, then turns back to the boy in the suit. They lock eyes for a few long seconds, and suddenly it feels like the walls are closing in around Milo. The spell is broken when a crew of breakers bounds onto the train announcing, "You all ready for a show?" Several curious faces look up as the beat drops, and now the girls are walking up walls, they're whirling around poles, they're backflipping over shopping bags. When the train pulls into the next stop, they collect a few dollars and scramble for another car. Milo imagines them going from train to train, doing their act as everyone watches. But even after the performances are over, faces still follow their every move. When they walk down the electronics aisle at the department store, when they cross into the fancy neighborhood, Milo doesn't really like this picture, so he puts away his pad and turns to his reflection in the window. What do people imagine about his face? Can they see him reciting his volcano poem to the class? Can they hear his mom's soothing voice reading him a bedtime book over the phone? Can they smell the chili Colorado bubbling in a pot in his auntie's apartment near the cemetery? Butterflies flood Milo's stomach when it's finally their stop. He follows his sister onto the cold station platform and up the stairs. Above ground, he's surprised to see the boy in the in the suit a few paces ahead. He's even more surprised when the boy joins the long line to pass through the metal detector. Milo's sister suddenly bends to give him a hug. "I didn't mean to snap at you," she says. She takes his hand, adding, "You have your picture ready?" He nods, feeling the warmth of her fingers. As they slowly shuffle forward, Milo studies the boy in the suit, his dad rubbing his thin shoulders, and a thought occurs to him. Maybe you can't really know anyone just by looking at their face. Milo tries to reimagine all the pictures he made on the train. Maybe he could have done it like this instead. Or this. Or this. Milo's chest fills with excitement when he spots his mom through the crowd. His sister rushes to give her a hug before pulling Milo in, too. And it's in this tight tangle of familiar arms that he feels most alive. When they separate, Milo flips through his pad until he finds the right picture. "I made this for you," he says, holding it up. And he watches for the smile he hopes will spread across his mom's face. And this is the picture he made. And that's the end of the story. So, we can see in this story how sometimes we make up stories and even images, and sometimes they're not quite right. There's a lot more to know about people than we might first think. So thanks for listening to that story. I want to tell you that today in Spiritual Exploration, we have a Love in Action Day for all of our children and youth, where you'll learn how you can't really know a person just by looking at them, much like Milo in our story today. And so when we sing you all out, you'll go through this door here at the front of the sanctuary. And if you're here with your child and they have not yet registered for Spiritual Exploration, or this is your first time joining us, we are so happy you're here, and we invite any adults to come and fill out the registration form, and then you can stay with your child or return to the service. All children will be dismissed from the room between the vestry and the School Street vestibule at around 11:15. Adults, you should sign your children out before you leave, and youth can find their adults back in coffee hour. I also want to share that any high schoolers who are present or maybe watching from home are invited to join our high school youth group today at 5 p.m., which I will be leading with Aaron Kelly. And you can meet at the School Street entrance. And now, let's sing the children and youth out as they go.
Our first announcement today will be presented by Emily and Steve.
Okay. Hi, I'm Steve. am I supposed to say? I don't know.
And I'm Emily. I am Emily Seifert. I use she, her pronouns. I am a member of our board and a member of our beloved community. And we are here to invite you to become one of UCM's delegates in the Unitarian Universalist Association General Assembly, which is being held online this year in mid-June. Steve and I were 2 of UCM's 5 delegates last year, and based on our congregation's size, our robust size, we again have 5 spaces this year. So I wanted to ask Steve, what's something meaningful that you took away from your experience at GA last year?
Well, one of the meaningful things that I took away from the General Assembly was realizing in a very real way that I am not alone, believe it or not. Being surrounded by thousands of people who are committed to love, compassion, and social justice reminded me that there are so many others just like me who are trying to live those values also. I came home feeling much more connected, hopeful, and encouraged. And I encourage all of you to consider becoming a delegate. Thank you.
Thanks, Steve. So if you're curious for my answer or answers of other people who have been delegates over the years, and if any of those folks are willing, if you could meet us downstairs, we have a small table in front of the name badges. Please come down to that. By being a delegate, you will get to hear amazing speakers like Reverend Marianne Edgar Buddy, the Episcopal Bishop of Washington, who continues to speak truth to President Trump's power. She's the Ware Lecturer this year. And like Steve said, connect with amazing UUs from around the country while serving our church and our denomination. So please join us.
Thank you. That's another good way to become involved. In further UCM business, our annual meeting is next Sunday here in the sanctuary, shortly after the postlude. The meeting will be called to order as soon as the equipment is ready. May is Walk, Bike to Church month. You're encouraged to walk, bike, or carpool to church all the way or part of the way during the month of May to reduce our carbon footprint and to live into our mission to protect the earth, our home. You are invited to sign up for this important initiative in the vestry during coffee hour. When our church holds a rummage sale, miracles happen. Tons of clothes and household items suddenly appear, and then dozens of volunteers sort, fold, and sell the items on Friday and Saturday morning, and they distribute the surplus on Saturday afternoon to at least 7 nonprofits. This year, more than 50 volunteers accomplished this task and raised $2,600. Thank you for all who helped. Please remember to consult the weekly e-news, which is carefully updated and prepared for its Friday morning publication. It's the best single source of information about activities where you can connect with others and serve our community. Our next such activity is learning from Olivia Tyler about the nonprofit All Brains Belong.
Good morning, everybody. It was really nice to hear the Milo story. I can identify with Milo. I'm feeling a little bit like a shook-up soda can myself right now. But I'm reminding myself that I'm in my community with so many friends and familiar faces. And I have my visual aid and my fidget. So anyway, I'm here this morning. My name is Olivia Tyler, and I use she, her pronouns. And I am the patient care coordinator for All Brains Belong VT, a nonprofit neuro-inclusive healthcare practice and community, healthcare and community practice. We're reimagining healthcare and community for neurodivergent people by neurodivergent people. Neurodivergent means brains that think, learn, and experience the world differently. Community has always been important to me. All Brains Belong is creating the kind of community healthcare that I wish existed when I was young. I grew up thinking my brain was broken. I was isolated, held back, and by high school, I was completely lost. But I learned something. My brain was not broken. The systems are. I realized I was neurodivergent in my 30s, and I'm still unlearning so much. Did you know that 1 in 5 people are neurodivergent? They think, learn, and communicate differently. Neurodivergent people face higher health risks and shorter lifespans. This year at All Brains Belong, we welcomed 100 new patients, and 93% reported improved healthcare. Our free resource, Everything is Connected to Everything, is a guide you can print out and take to your own provider. It's been accessed by 34,000 clinicians and patients worldwide. Our Community Health and Access Fund provides groceries, medications, and supplies to our patients and helps cover healthcare costs when insurance falls short. Our Brain Club is a virtual weekly community education series where we apply brain science to everyday life. Anyone can join. You do not have to be a patient. We also run Kid and Teen Connections, a free internet-based friend matching program. One of our kids in this program shared with us that their only friend was an AI robot, but now they have real friends who understand them. We offer neurodiversity trainings for organizations which help create a culture where all employees can do their best work. So every dollar that you give today saves lives. That's what we're building together, a stronger community. I thank you all. It's so lovely to be up here. And I'll be downstairs and we can chat some more and share stories. And you can visit our website at allbrainsbelong.org.
Our giving is a spiritual act, and our generosity is a form of love and gratitude that helps us to practice Unitarian Universalism in support of our shared values with our collective resources. Charity is central to the well-being of our church community and beyond, as well as primary to our own sense of self. The offering pouches are at the ends of the pews on the side aisles and are to be passed toward the center aisle for collection. Each month, through the UCM Community Pouch Program, we share a part of our collection with an important church fund or a community organization aligned with our values. The May UCM Community Pouch recipient is All Brains Belong. To donate from your smartphone, text GIVE to 802-266-4848. Text the amount and text pouch. Again, that's 802-266-4848. You may also write Community Pouch on the memo line of your check. Half of our cash offerings will go to the pouch recipient, and the other half will directly support the mission and ministry of this congregation. Checks will go to the church unless designated otherwise. We are thankful to each and every one of you for your generosity and its many forms. Your offering is greatly received.
Make me chalice, full tears and wine. Mold me valley deep, make her this earth you call. Oh, make me open palm, vessel of praise and doubt, basin of dust. O Lord of clay, carve wide the lip, form broad the hall, make room for rain, make room for song, and I will be the moon which holds the sun and pours it forth. Make room for rain, make room for song, and I will be the well which Jacob built. Oh, follow me, oh, follow me. Oh, make me yours to fill, to lift, to bless, to still. Oh, follow me, oh, follow me, and I will be the moon which holds the sun and pours it forth. Oh, make me yours. Make me yours to fill, to lift, to bless, to still. Oh, follow me. Oh, follow me. And I will be decanted, yes, and I will be decanted, yes, and I will be refilled. Make me chalice, make me open palm. Oh, follow me. Oh, make me yours.
We are blessed by these musical gifts this morning, and blessed also by the financial gifts that you have offered freely and generously this morning. They are received with deep gratitude for the difference that they allow us to make for one another here in our sanctuary and religious community and beyond. Thank you. I invite us to join in a time of meditation and prayer. I invite you to breathe fully the breath of life. Whether that's a deeper breath taken or simply allowing the natural ebb and flow of your breath to be as it is. There are so many cares for the world, for our nation, our community, that we bring into our time of worship each Sunday. We hold those gently And I invite you to let them down. Release them from your shoulders, from the tightness of your jaw, if only for this moment. As we join together in the spirit of meditation, centering, and prayer. And I share with you these words adapted from Leslie Mills. Today is a day like any other day, where we sit in the messy middle of our lives, trying to make sense of it all, to bring meaning to our complex histories. We gather here to draw upon the spirit of life and of love. Today is a day like any other day, and yet it is also Mother's Day. A day of the year when we lift up motherhood in all its multi-layered pain and glory. For some, it may be a pleasantly simple holiday, and for many, we recognize that it is anything but simple. This morning, in this place which we make holy by our presence, we acknowledge the wide continuum of mothering. I invite you to breathe gently, to reach out with your heart, embracing all in this room and beyond, until everyone is held in the warmth of your compassion. And you might also notice that everyone here is also reaching out with their compassion and holding you tenderly. You are held if you have a mother and if you don't. If you wear your motherhood openly or if it is hidden. And if you know who gave you birth and if you don't. You are held whether the thought of mothering brings you hope or despair, joy or grief, energy or exhaustion. You are held if you have given birth, if you have yet to give birth, if you will never give birth, and if you grieve the lost dream of a birth. You are held if you love a mother, if you are estranged from a mother, and if you have lost a mother. You are held whether you embrace a feminine model of mothering or whether you mother outside of gender binaries. You are held if you are single and longing for a child of your own, and if you are single and walking the road of motherhood already. You are held if you mother your own children or those who are birthed by another through adoption, fostering, step-parenting, or if you mother to nieces and nephews, nibblings and grandchildren. You are held if you gave your child up for adoption, and if you have experienced the loss of a child through miscarriage, failed adoptions, forced separation, or running away. You are held if you walk the hard path of infertility, or if abortion is part of your story. You are held if your child has died, taken from you far too soon, whether they were young or old enough to have children of their own. Your motherhood did not end that day. All who have a relationship to motherhood are held here, which is to say, all are held with tenderness, with compassion, and with love. Let us share now in a time of quiet meditation together. Before I share the reading in my sermon, I want to tell you that today's sermon includes stories of traumatic loss related to substance abuse and incarceration. Please take care of yourself as you need to at any point. Today's reading is a poem by Deanna Lind. When she wrote this poem, Lind was serving a 15-year minimum mandatory prison sentence in South Florida. She's originally from New Orleans and attended Tulane Medical University. Lind is an aspiring writer and journalist and a survivor of the prison industry. This is called My Son's Birthday. You came into the world fast and furious. When I held you, you looked up at me with eyes wide and curious. My heart changed in an instant. For once, my own childhood seemed so distant. I vowed to do my best to love and cherish you and trust your father to do the rest. From my arms you were taken. Back to my cell I was sent. 15 years will never compare to what losing you meant. The ache in my heart is so deep, not being beside you to watch you sleep. I never knew your smell. I could only pick up the telephone and ask if you were doing well. Months went by as I watched you grow through photographs, missing all the hugs, kisses, the love and laughs. I awaited my fate, not yet knowing my release date. Time went by. You began to talk and walk on your own. I learned I would not be free until you are grown. I try to remain strong and pay my debt. It is an extravagant bill living each day with the heartache I feel. Sometimes I pray for death. Then I look at a recent photograph and I am reminded I owe you, if not myself, one more day, one more breath. Across from the Cook County Jail on the south side of Chicago, a community-run farm is flourishing on a former Superfund site. The farm provides fresh food, picture mounds of cabbage and corn, cilantro and peppers, to a community long neglected and treated as a literal dumping ground. A community hungry not only for nourishment, but for safety and opportunity. Within the larger park where the farm is located sits a young tree, its roots still growing and reaching deeper into the soil reclaimed from toxins and now supporting life. Maya Shenwar, a journalist and prison abolitionist, planted the tree along with her mother shortly after the death of her sister, Keely Shenwar, 6 years ago. Keely had died of an overdose while living in a tent under a viaduct during a Chicago winter. She was 20 weeks pregnant at the time. Keely had given birth to her first child while she was incarcerated. She was shackled to the bedposts mere seconds after giving birth, and her baby was taken away. In the years that followed, she lost and gained and lost parental rights. She was in and out of jail, caught up in the child welfare and criminal justice systems. Maya Shenwar says that her sister's experience of birth and separation and being caught in the tentacles of the punitive state taught her that we have no choice but abolition. She writes, "I came face to face with the reality that incarcerating any child's parent is an act of violence." At her sister's funeral, she said, "We need to imagine what it would look like to live in a society that supports people and holds people in care and love, no matter what they are doing or what drugs they are using, no matter what kind of pain they are dealing with and how they choose to deal with it. We need to build that world." What Shenwar is describing is a universalist vision of the world. Our universalist Christian ancestors of the 18th and 19th centuries proposed a radical proposition for their time that God's love was so abundant that God would not doom any of us to an eternity of punishment. This belief in God's abundant love extended to how we humans express our love to one another. God's love was a model for how to live here on earth now. This belief was in sharp contrast to the prevalent Calvinist theology that viewed humans as inherently depraved and incapable of goodness except for God's grace. An eternity of hell in this belief system was inevitable for most of us. Universalists, however, rejected eternal damnation and also worked to change the hells on earth that they saw around them. Many Universalists joined the movement for the abolition of slavery, as well as the abolition of capital punishment, and then eventually worked for prison reform. One of these Universalists was Charles Spear. Spear, along with his brother John Murray Spear, was raised in Boston Universalist churches from birth. He studied for the ministry under Hosea Ballou II and served churches and preached across Massachusetts. In 1830, Spear began to write critically of capital punishment. He started a periodical called The Hangman, devoted to bringing about an end to hanging. The publication soon expanded its focus to not only calling for an end to the death penalty, but also for the transformation of prisons from places of punishment to places of rehabilitation. And the publication took on a new name, The Prisoner's Friend. In The Prisoner's Friend, Spear wrote the following about punishment. "All punishment is vindictive, and therefore is equally unworthy of God and man. Punishment is rooted in scarcity of compassion, of grace, of the belief that we can change. On the other hand, abundant love is the source of rehabilitation, reconciliation, and reform. The Reverend Jason Leiden is a formerly incarcerated Unitarian Universalist minister and abolitionist. And he says, rejecting punishment means embracing God's love. Refusing to see God as an ultimate punisher is to see God as a transformative and loving force in the universe. Our Universalist theology then points us toward an embrace of love's power to transform and to freedom from punishment as the only way. The carceral system, no matter the good intentions of some of the people involved in it, is a punitive system of harm. Prisons separate families, diminish possibilities, and rob people of relationships. Here in Vermont, our prisons are overcrowded and understaffed. Facilities are deteriorating, most notoriously at the women's prison in South Burlington. And the impacts of incarceration on families are profound. The ACLU of Vermont says that over the course of 1 year, 6,000 children in Vermont will experience having a parent incarcerated. At the same time, women in the Vermont justice system are twice as likely as men to have their parental rights terminated. And meanwhile, the Department of Corrections estimates that 95% of those incarcerated in Vermont's women's prison have experienced violence and abuse in their lives. We have also seen an increased number of people detained in Vermont's prisons through immigration enforcement. Those in power seek to exploit and expand the carceral system to criminalize migration and to continue broadening what is deemed criminal, including the very act of speaking out against the government's unlawful and abusive actions. Now, there might be something in you that is saying, maybe it's way back in the back of your brain, well, there are consequences for doing something wrong, or I'm safer, or my family is safer with violent criminals locked up. I've had these thoughts myself at times. This is the argument I heard being made by counter-protesters at the Ice Out demonstration in St. Albans this past Friday. Why defend illegal immigrants? The subtext being they've done something wrong and therefore deserve to be arrested and deported, deserve to be separated from their families and caused to suffer. I want us to notice how deeply this belief in punishment as a response to harm and perceived wrongdoing lies within us. We are swimming in a culture that relies on punishment as the only acceptable means of addressing harm, that equates punishment with strength and morality. In the face of such a dominant worldview, it can be difficult to imagine something, anything different. Yet this is what the present-day abolition movement sets out to do. For this movement, reform is not enough. We have to rethink and remake it all. The abolitionist activist and scholar Ruth Wilson Gilmore says, abolition requires that we change one thing, which is everything. Abolition is not absence, it is presence. Abolition is building the future from the present in all of the ways we can. The movement to abolish prisons has been alive for many decades, has been led by people who have experienced incarceration firsthand. Today, there is National Bailout, a Black-led and Black-centered collective of abolitionist organizers and lawyers and activists. who are building a community-based movement to support people in abolishing pretrial detention systems and dismantling the prison industrial complex. There is the National Council for Incarcerated and Formerly Incarcerated Women and Girls, a national organization working to end the incarceration of women and girls and to build alternatives. And right here in Vermont, there is Free Her Vermont, which fights for ending the incarceration of women, girls, trans, and gender expansive people, decarcerating prisons and preventing the construction of new prisons, and investing in community-based supports. At last year's General Assembly of the Unitarian Universalist Association, the Assembly adopted a congregational study and action issue focused on abolition. And our UCM Racial Justice Group has plans to engage our whole congregation in studying and taking action together. So there will be more to come. I think it's important to say that abolition does not mean the elimination of accountability. Instead, abolition asks for a fuller accounting of the systems that create conditions for harm and for justice that transforms relationships and leads to true healing. Abolition posits that this kind of accountability and this kind of healing is not possible through a punitive carceral system. The abolition movement demands that we honor the humanity in one another, that we reject the idea that anyone is disposable or undeserving of those things we all need: safety, dignity, love. And I can't imagine a more Unitarian Universalist belief than this. It is in the spirit of abolition that we can recognize that mothers who are incarcerated share the same wishes for their children as mothers who are free. The Vermont Lullaby Project has worked for the past 4 years to recognize this and to bring these wishes into being through music. The Lullaby Project pairs parents, including incarcerated parents, with singers and songwriters to put their wishes for their children to music. Vermont musicians, including one of our singers today, have been part of this project. And I want to share with you the words to 2 different lullabies shared with permission that were written by women in the Chittenden Correctional Facility in South Burlington, women who are unlikely to ever be reunited with their children. The first is simply called Lullaby. Lullaby, lullaby, say goodnight. Say goodnight. Close your sweet, drowsy eyes. Please don't fear. Mommy's here. Wave those bad dreams goodbye. Please don't fear. Mommy's here. Lullaby, lullaby, say goodnight. Now close your sweet little eyes. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. And this is You're the Beat to My Heart. You're the beat to my heart you had to fight from the start. You came into this world from Daddy and me, from your beautiful smile and bright blue eyes to your wonderful screaming baby cries. To better your life than what you had from the start, you hold the key to so many hearts. You are the beat to my heart you had to fight from the start. One day you'll be a mommy like me, no matter what, we'll always be family. The world is yours as far as your eyes can see. Whatever the road you choose may be, you're the only one who holds the key to your destiny. You're the beat to my heart you had to fight from the start. You're the beat to my heart you had it right from the start. These mothers' words express a universal love and hope that cannot be contained by prison walls. This is the love and hope of mothering. The queer Black feminist poet and author Alexis Pauline Gubbs says, in order to participate and demand a society where people help create each other instead of too often destroying each other, we need to look at the practice of creating, nurturing, affirming, and supporting life that we call mothering. And mothering is not done just by people of one gender. All people can and do create, nurture, and sustain life, human life, animal life, plant life, life in the form of song, art, beauty, and joy. So too can all of us imagine and build the world we desire and deserve, a world rooted in abundant love. In this world, children sit on stoops with their mothers without fear that they will be taken away. In this world, all are fed and housed. In this world, our stories are passed down freely and openly, teaching us the wisdom of past generations. In this world, mistakes are still made, and so too is repair and redemption possible. Let us continue to imagine, and let us build that world together. So may it be. Let us join now in our closing hymn for this service, number 108 in the gray hymnal, My Life Flows On in Endless Song. Please rise in body or spirit.
To a close, we extinguish the chalice and carry within each of us its healing flame, the warmth of community, and the spark of hope into the days and weeks ahead. Please join now in our mission statement. We welcome all as we build a loving community to nurture each person's spiritual journey, serve human need, and protect the earth
our home.
And these words of benediction are by Melissa Jeter. From this ground, let us sow mercy, justice, and compassion. Let us offer our stories to provide our staples of wisdom, and when we do, let us create and experience the presence and affirmation that allows us to connect with our theological imaginations so that the harvest of our faith will be abundant grace. And we conclude our service with the postlude. Thank you again to Many Waters.